is going to help you solve similar figures. So looking at the example, it says the figures shown are similar. Find the lengths of x, y, and z. So looking at the pictures, I have to find a pair of corresponding sides where I know the lengths of each of the sides. So looking at the two pictures, the corresponding side lengths that match and I can use are 18 and 24. So my first ratio I can set up is 18 over 24 equals, if I'm looking for x now, my second ratio I have to go the same way. So the top picture was first compared to the bottom picture second. So there is my proportion. You can solve this proportion a couple of ways. You can do cross products, or you can look for scale factors. Before I do scale factors though, 18 over 24 can reduce. If I divide those out by a factor of 6, my first ratio becomes 3 to 4 equals x over 40. Now I can see that the scale factor to go from 4 to 40, I multiply by 10. So doing the same thing in the top, to find x, it would be 30 times 10, or 3 times 10, which is 30, and then my label would be units. Okay, doing a similar kind of thing to find the value of y. My ratio, y corresponds to 48, so I just set it up as y over 48 equals, my second ratio would be the top picture first, 18, compared to the bottom picture, 24. And just to mix it up with this one, I'll solve it with cross products. So I would do 24 times y equals 48 times 18. Multiply them out. So it's 24y equals 864. Divide by 24 on both sides. And that gives me y equals 36, and I would label it units. Doing a similar kind of thing to find the value of z. One of my ratios would be z over 40 equals, my second ratio, if I use my reduced one, well, if I start with my original, it would be 18 over 24. Then I can reduce that second ratio down. So z over 40 equals 3 over 4. Now I can do the scale factor again. 4 times 10 was 40. So in the top, to find z, I would multiply 3 times 10, and I get 30 units. Looking at our next example, a little harder because the shapes aren't oriented the same way. So for the similar triangles, find the value of n. I like to look at corresponding sides. So if I look at my first figure, the 2-inch side corresponds with the side labeled n because it's part of the right angle. So one of my ratios would be 2 over n equals, and I have to be consistent now. So for my second ratio, I have to do the left picture first. The only other side I know there is the 20-inch side compared to the side that corresponds in the right picture, which is the 8. Again, you can do scale factors to solve it or cross products. So if I do cross products, it would be 20 times n equals 2 times 8. So 20n equals 16. Now I would divide by 20. And I get my solution, n equals, when I divide it out, I get 8 tenths. And now I have to label it with the units they use, which in this case was inches. Hope this video helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.